Hi, I'm back. Today I'm making beef with noodles and glazed carrots. So it's still been a little cool these days, and so I thought I would make a type of simple stroganoff. It's not quite a stroganoff, and I'll explain why. So we're going to begin with 2 cups of sliced chuck roast. You're going to season that to your taste. I've used Lorry seasoned salt and pepper. I've also added 2 cloves of chopped garlic, and I'm going to saute that in about 3 tablespoons of olive oil while it's sauteing. And I'm going to also add onion powder to this beef while it's stirring. Once I have browned the beef, I'm going to take that out and set it aside and use the drippings to add 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. And in those drippings, I'm going to stir that flour until it browns. And that's 1/4 cup of flour. And once I've, browned that flour, I'm going to add 1 cup of water and let that begin to cook down and to form my gravy. Now, you might need to add, because I did, a little bit more water, maybe about another 1/4 cup. But I'm going to transfer my beef back into that gravy mixture and just let that simmer. While that's cooking, I'll go ahead and prepare for my noodles. I'm salting my water and adding about maybe a half a teaspoon of salt and about 2 tablespoons of olive oil to 2 cups of dried egg noodles. I'm going to just pour those egg noodles into the water, let them boil and cook. And while they're cooking, I'm going to slice up about, here it's probably a half a cup of mushrooms. I had 2 large mushrooms that I took the stems out. And I'm going to add those mushrooms back to the beef and the gravy mixture and let it simmer. I'll drain my egg noodles, as you can see here, and I'm going to set those aside. I'm going to add a pat of butter, which is probably a teaspoon of butter. I'm also adding a teaspoon of parsley for flavor. And I'm going to set those egg noodles aside. I put them in my dish so that it will be the base for the beef and gravy mixture. So I'm going to pour over this stewed beef. It should be nice and tender over the egg noodles, and that's what it looks like. If I had added a couple more ingredients and sour cream or milk to this recipe, it would have been a stroganoff. But that's done. Next, you're going to cook your glazed carrots. Again, this is a weekend recipe. The glazed carrots, I use a 12-ounce package of baby carrots, 1 cup of water, 4 tablespoons of butter, and a half a cup of sugar. Carrots are naturally sweet, but we sweeten them with the white sugar glaze, and we're going to let that just cook down, as you see here. And once it has cooked for at least about an hour, hour and a half, you can serve them alongside of your main dish. In this case, it happened to be my beef over noodles, but it can be with any side dish that you have prepared. You can prepare them in advance. The glazed carrots hold up well in the refrigerator, and that is your beef over noodles with glazed carrots.